You know, I wish I could be as iconic as Markiplier or Jacksepticeye with one of those top of the morning type of intros, but you know, we're working on that as we go. We are about 76 videos in, and yeah, we still have no solidified intro, but welcome back. We're gonna stick to the generic welcome back because at least we're making videos consistently enough to be like, hey, we can say welcome back. But it is Sunday night and not much, well, a lot has been going on actually. But before we dive in, make sure you have your thing, your cup or coffee, tea, whatever. But look what I got for Christmas. It's a little cute Starbucks mug. My girlfriend got it amongst many other things that she actually went all out for me this year. I was really happy about that. But tonight, you know, as always, we're just gonna chill, drink some tea or coffee, and talk about some shit that is coming for 2025. You know, a lot of YouTubers are actually gonna start popping off, gonna start making videos, including myself. I don't know about the popping off. I do want to become viral, have YouTube be my profession. However, I at least just wanted to dive into where we all feel this pressure to do something. And I did talk about this in my previous video, but at least I want to share with you guys my experience on just like how I'm going to be handling this coming year, projects, life updates, everything. Like a lot of shit is presumed to happen in 2025 for me, but how I handle it, how I will go about it is still yet a mystery to me, if like anything is actually set in stone. And I'm sure perhaps, you know, you guys are in the same boat as well, like where you have a job, but you're not entirely sure what you're going to be doing next within these couple of months, you know, and it's quite tough when you start feeling that pressure where like, I want to become successful. That's great, but you know, am I doing enough to do just that? It's a dilemma that I feel as if a lot of us go throughout these next couple of days and months. But one thing's for certain is that these videos will continue coming out per usual. I'm actually behind on 2 fucking videos now. And it's just only because I keep getting lazy to actually upload them right before I go to sleep. And the only reason why I do that is because, you know, these 2 past videos that I made are kind of long. They're about 20 to 40 minutes. This one, it's hopefully not going to last that long, but regardless, we are going to be posting this one tonight just because we want to have something pushed out at least for tonight, so that way we can at least keep up that momentum. Because I've noticed that at least within these past couple of videos, some have been great, some have been bad. Granted, we're not famous or anything, but you know, there's been a bunch of other YouTubers just saying like, post that video. You know, if you want to make YouTube something that you can passively make some income off of, just post a video. And I'm just so glad that I have been actually posting videos these past couple of days, weeks, months, this whole year, because you know, this is something that I actually would want to actually do for myself in the long run. And I'm thankful that I've already settled a foundation of what my channel is, what it entitles, and everything like that. However, I'm still not famous yet. Still not making any income off it, but you know, with time, I am hopeful that eventually, like actually what's going to be one of my goals this year is to actually make YouTube finally something more serious. Perhaps like one of these next things that I'm going to do for my podcast is actually get one of those wireless microphones. And in fact, this should be for many of you that are just like me or aspiring to be a YouTuber. It's like, just post the video regardless. I mean, you'll see in my YouTube channel that a lot of videos suck. Some of them really good. Some of them have gotten a couple hundred views. I think I've only gotten one video that's gone over 1,000. It is what it is. That's the name of the game when it comes to this giant casino of gambling we do with videos on YouTube, except we don't necessarily lose anything from making these videos. I mean, the only thing I'm losing, and I still don't consider a loss at this point for myself, is time. But however, this is how I want to dedicate my time to my spare time, especially now that I'm working a 9-to-5. Things are about to be a lot more stressful, and we're going to get into that in just a bit. But I wanted to at least emphasize just how inspiring it's become lately for me to want to make YouTube videos even more now. I think I started this about a month or two ago, where like I told myself, like, don't allow yourself to not post for more than 5 days or a week max. And thankfully I've held myself to that, and it feels great because it's something that I'm cultivating on my own. It's something that it's of my own creation, you know, instead of having to depend on a job and where I feel as if I'm going to be validated to be working, to be living. Like, no, I'm just envisioning myself with, I'm making these videos because eventually I am to strike gold and blow up like as a podcast. Like right now we're vlogging, this is considered vlogging, but initially, like, I want this YouTube channel to be a podcast. And by seeing Press Escape, you know, I've been seeing that one famous YouTuber, one business owner of two different backgrounds decided, hey, we want to start a podcast and talk about things that matter to us. And that's exactly what they're doing, and it's so great. Like, they have a lot of things planned out. It's something that I'm like, wow, I need my co-host. And perhaps that's something that I'm going to be looking to as well for 2025, is actually getting to have someone weekly come onto the podcast, so that way we can stop vlogging and more getting into just like talking. I kid you not, like, I think there's only been one or two people in my life where I feel as if I could have genuinely made a podcast off of. And ideally for me, like, my co-host would be someone that talks about themselves, is very talkative, but also is very responsive as well, and doesn't exclude the other person that they're talking to not talk as much. Like, no, it's a reciprocity of talking and whatnot. And, you know, that's what my whole past 80 videos have been about, you know, just talking with people or with myself. Like, to remind you guys, like, the main reason why I even make these videos is because in part they're therapy to me. Like, I get to talk to someone, and on the days where, you know, I can't rely on my girlfriend or my friends, I don't have that many friends, or even people at work, in which, mind you, I don't shit where I eat. I think that's the saying. I don't like relying on that necessarily. And nothing wrong with the workplace. It's just me personally, I don't like making friends off work. I've already been there, done that. It doesn't really work too well. So at this point, like, it's about the spontaneous moments that I have that I can find for myself to bring someone onto the podcast and see if they might be interested. And you know what? I have met a couple of people actually lately, just off parties, off gatherings, that may want to actually jump in and just have a podcast with me. You know, I've already established some grounding to this channel, and it's not much. You know, literally the stand itself was worth $20. The microphone, another $20. I think that was it, actually. For the channel itself, I think I've invested about $50 to $90. Let's just leave it at that, because I really can't remember. But, you know, we haven't invested much. We haven't earned much, obviously. But we're just simply looking to cultivate and plant that seed as to where we have something good going for ourselves. And I just, honestly, I can't wait for New Year's to pass, for us to go back into normal time, because I feel as if that's when most of us can succeed. After the fact that we're like, okay, New Year's is done, let's get our shit together. I don't want to say lock in, because honestly that phrase has been pissing me off lately. But no, it's just where people at least feel that bit of motivation, that bit of dopamine to actually do something. And just because it feels normal, like, you know, we're not pressured. Like, if we're gonna do something, it's because of our own volition, and we're not because, oh, we want to succeed in this part of, like, no, fuck that. Like, this is why I personally don't like resolutions where, you know, you set an expectation for yourself and poof, within a month or two it's gone. Like, with my girlfriend, for example, she's lost about 50 pounds actually already, and I wish I could show some pictures, but I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. But she's lost about 50 pounds with me in a relationship, just because of some simple different lifestyles that she wants to accumulate to her life. And that's essentially what I've been doing for myself these past couple of months too, is that, hey, I want to make videos more consistently. I want to show you guys what I'm going through. I want to implement new things into my life so that way I don't feel stagnant. And one of those things, you know, not primarily, but it is what is my income right now, is having gotten promoted. Like, I've been avoiding so much to not get into a 9-to-5, and unfortunately I'm in a 9-to-5 now. Only good thing is I don't have to work one day out of the week for now. Everything's so up in the air. No, you know, I am in a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday, and I'll explain later why everything's so up in the air with that. But I avoided so much to get into it, and I just told myself, like, this is just a sacrifice that I'm gonna have to do. At the end of the day, like, this is gonna be my light, this is gonna be my North Star, to remind myself, like, hey, this is initially what you wanted to do. Unfortunately, you didn't make the cutoff time to have become something or make something of your own that was gonna make your income. I feel as if I lost that chance, and now I'm just like, okay, let me be a normal adult for now, make the bit of money I can, save a bit of money, not for like myself, but so that way I can invest it into this and steadily grow and build what I've been trying to do for these past almost 3 years. You know, this channel did start about 3 years, and it hasn't been a success, you know, but I am proud of the fact that we are at about 80 videos, and I hope to do something special for my 100th video of this channel, although again, it's not popular, but it is my own creation. I've been at least deciding to get off the bed, deciding to go out and make a video. And you guys have seen it, like, before I go into work, after I get out of work, after something happens, like, podcasting or vlogging, whatever, has been something that has just been not entirely big that's in my life, but it is something that I go out of my way to do because I believe in myself to actually make something out of this. But with just so much changes that is about to go on with myself, such as my job being a 9-to-5, which I actually want to narrow in on this now. I have a 9-to-5 in Santa Monica. I live in Wilmington, which is about, right now, 30, like at nighttime, it's about 30 to 40 minutes of driving in the morning with people. Still the same, but I'm already expecting traffic to get worse as people are going back to school, or traffic's gonna get more worse, and it's gonna be an hour, 20 to 30 minutes of driving to Santa Monica, which is gonna be a fucking shit show. And then driving back, it's the same thing as well, an hour. And like, I'm basically dedicating almost 3 hours of driving a day on my poor little 2000 Civic. And I don't know when the fuck it's gonna go out, and God forbid that it does go out, because I really depend on this car to actually sustain me. The good thing is, just like water, I've been acclimating myself to this new environment, to this new lifestyle that is to come by doing little things. So for example, at least vlogging here and there has been helping me mentally with at least just the day-to-day on how I'm going to be at Santa Monica. Like, it's already been an unofficial week just because of the holidays, but it's been an unofficial week of working at this new job promotion in Santa Monica, and it hasn't been too bad. I think I worked only 3 days this week, and next week it's going to be 4 days. It's going to be a bit tough, but you know, I'm slowly acclimating myself to this new lifestyle that I'm cultivating, and it sucks that, again, that I have to be working a 9-to-5. I'm like looking at other people who are successful, and they're off just doing big things like projects, or just, you know, going out of state to travel for the fuck of it because they want to, or just things that are planned in advance that allow them to financially and emotionally do those type of things. Right now, myself, I want to at least gather myself so that way I don't think so harshly and give myself a bit of grace, because I've been entering a mood as to where I should be grateful for what I have. You know, I have my parents, thankfully. I have my girlfriend. I have a good job. My car is somewhat okay. Like, and then I have the availability and luxury to record videos, to talk about these things. You know, there's a lot of blessings that I've been trying to count for myself. And it helps me on the day-to-day basis as to where, like, okay, you're not where you want to be at, you have this goal in your mind that you want to get at, start working towards it. You know, this income job of 9 to 5 is going to be tough on you mentally, but what I've been already trying to implement to my lifestyle so I can make all of this easier is, my friend already agreed, like, for about $50 to $60 a month or a week, I'm going to be paying him, so that way I can basically treat his backyard or his back house as a Airbnb. And he said, yeah, like, honestly, I was going to pay him $75 per week, and he was like, no, you don't even have to pay me that much. And that's going to happen for about 2 to 3 days a week, at least for the work week. So that way I don't feel the mental pressure of driving all the way to fucking Wilmington to Santa Monica. Like, instead, like, if I'm getting off work 9 to 5, I don't want to go to my house, I have the availability to sleep over at my friends and just relax there, just sleep and crash, and that's it. And that's really, really helpful, because it's going to help out in the long run, at least a month or two from now, when I'm like in the midst of getting this job. Because I already told you, it's 3 licenses. My employment is contingent upon passing those licenses, so that way I can officially start working as a registered banker. Not licensed, registered. Honestly, same shit almost, but according to the state, it's not. And not only that, I mean, I'm turning 23 this coming year, and I did at least, this is more of a personal goal for myself. It's like, move out of your parents' house. Like, that has been a bit of a tough topic for me, because I'm seeing so many people wishing they had their parents. And there's been recently a podcast I've been listening to, and I have mentioned it in a couple videos as well. They're called Overcomfort, and you know, there are people in their 30s, their 40s, and they talk about, like, I miss my parents. You know, if I could have my parents for these holidays, I wish I could have them. And like, that's at least been making me think more like, yes, you're 22, yes, you still live with your parents, but at this point I'm thinking to myself that perhaps it may not be so bad that I still want to live with my parents at this age, although I have a 9 to 5 that's going to provide me a somewhat good income. However, it's just like, it's the emotional thing where, like, you have to live your days as if it's your last. And I've been really hinged onto that, because, yeah, I mean, I don't know how long my parents are going to be here. Like, in my mind, I'm just like, they're getting old. I'm thinking back to when I was a first child, and I was like, wow, they did so much for me, and they can't even do half the things that they used to do for me back then. And I'm not bitching in a way, but I'm just thinking, like, their capabilities of doing all those amazing things they did for me back then have dissipated within these past couple of years. And it makes me realize, like, my parents are genuinely getting old, and I have this job that's so far, and it's gonna take up a lot of my time. Like, it's just more of a brief reminder, like, get your shit together, start something that's going to make you financially stable, financially free, so that way you can spend each and every day with your parents as if it were the last. This applies even to my girlfriend as well, my siblings even. I even miss my siblings in the way where we used to hang out, but like, my primary people are my parents, especially my parents, because anyone can die. Literally, I can die tonight, I can die tomorrow, within these next couple of weeks. However, I just feel as if the likelihood of someone dying is going to be more for my parents because of their old age. And I've been just heavily thinking about that. I'm like, I really want to spend as much time as I can with them, despite having a 9 to 5, despite not having my shit together. Like, I'm going to find the best way possible to do so that way I don't leave this earth, or they don't leave this earth with any regret, or me just mourning that I wish I could have done more. Like, literally, my girlfriend's father just passed away this year, and I'm like, babe, I'm gonna be here for you as much as I can, like, whatever you need. You know, you'll have me, you'll have my parents, you'll have support. But that just put me into a different perspective. And even my dad, the friend that I'm actually gonna be staying with during this whole Santa Monica promotion is, you know, his father just passed away this year too. And it's like, fuck, time is passing through everyone, whether we like it or not. And it's scary. I genuinely am just like, oh fuck. And then here it comes to the point where I work in Santa Monica. My employment is contingent upon me actually passing 3 licenses exams. So who knows if I might even stay at this job. However, I still want to move out. It's still a goal of mine to actually, you know, have my own place and say like, I have this apartment. I am standing where I'm standing now. I have a roof over my head because of myself. You know, this is also for my girlfriend, in which we've been wanting to move out for the longest. Like, there's nothing wrong with my parents' house, but I just don't want to be saying that I live with my parents, at least, because a part of me does feel pathetic for that. And I know it sounds contradictory to what I've just said literally just a couple of minutes ago, but it's more of just like a personal male pride thing where I'm like, oh, I want to have my own shit together. That's what I'm mainly referring to. And I'm sad that I haven't, I thought at 19, like, oh yeah, like I can fuck around and not worry about everything. But no, like I'm coming into this new year, I'm like, this whole year I've known like I need to do something, and I've unfortunately failed at a couple of things that bared no fruit. Thankfully, and weirdly enough, because I never planned on staying this much with a company, with a bank, like I never intended to get promoted, but it's where I'm at. It's what arose to me, at least as an opportunity. So I'm happy for that. And I'm really just making do with what I have. So although things aren't where I want to be, I'm still trying to achieve the little things that I've actually tried establishing for myself long ago. When I was 18, I was like, as soon as I'm 18, I'm going to try to rent my own apartment. And, you know, that's segueing into our next topic, where like I actually might get my own apartment within these next couple of months with my girlfriend. And it's quite exciting just because there is a certain amount of time where for 3 months I'm going to be licensed, or I'm going to be studying for my licenses, training and everything. And that itself, the training itself is going to be it's going to be at a good rate where I'm going to be earning about $3,000 to $5,000 a month. I think honestly, I still have to go through a lot more, but $3,000 to $5,000 a month. That's what I'm expected to be earning within these next couple of months. And it's exciting. Yay. Like you know, a nice salary increase at the cost of a 9 to 5. Fuck yeah. However, I just think that, like, you know, and like literally tomorrow, I actually have a showing for an apartment that's $900. Yeah, I think $900 per month. And it's a one bedroom. I'm not sure if utilities are included or not, but I'm taking one bedroom, and mind you, studios compared to one bedroom, completely different things. However, typically one bedrooms are more expensive, and the area itself and where I found a $900 apartment for, not bad at all. You know, it's actually near my job. It's only a 12-minute drive from that place to my job. So it's like, if I manage to land that, if I manage to actually get that within these next couple of months, it's gonna be fucking great. You know, it's gonna be so comfy. My girlfriend's gonna be able to be with me 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but you know, we're basically gonna be able to come home to each other. She can come home to our apartment and be like, babe, I'll be waiting for you. Babe, I'll be cooking this for you. It's gonna be great. It's also another reason why I want my own apartment. It's like that type of feeling, that type of sensation to be coming home from work and knowing that, you know, your girlfriend's gonna be right there. We're not ideally where we want to be at in life. We're not financially stable, but it's just that feeling of where I have a good 9 to 5 and I'm going to be coming home to my girlfriend. It's a nice thing, truthfully. But in the back of my mind, there is going to be always that sensation where you're still a failure regardless, because someone out there is always making more than you. Someone's actually doing what you want to do for a living and living life the way he wants to. I have this one person in mind all the time. His name's Brandon Martin. You know, I look at him, I'm like, wow, he started off exactly like me, if anything. Like, he sacrificed a bit of things at 22, 21, more drastically than me. However, he managed to make it through trial and error, through a lot of videos and through a lot of thinking, like, you know, what in 10 years he managed to cultivate something very big. And I'm like, wow. I mean, you know, we've been doing YouTube for about, yeah, I can't really recall 2 or 3 years. We're not successful, but you know, we made that video a long time ago, and we're just like, now let's see what we can produce. Let's see what you people like, the algorithm allows. You know, this coming year, supposedly, YouTube is going to be a big place for people to want to start up their own YouTube channel. Like, mainly I've seen that it's short form content, meaning the fucking shorts. There you go, shorts. Just because our dopamine filters are very low and we get satisfaction out of that. So I might actually even make a little clip off this video for that. But it's going to be a good year supposedly for YouTubers. I don't know how, but you know, I mean, throughout this whole year, I've just already been hearing like, start your YouTube channel, make something great. And you know, it doesn't matter if it's like high production or whatever, like so long as it feels authentic. So long as it feels authentic, real, and just relatable, then people are going to be drawn to it. So I mean, I've already been doing that. I hope you guys don't see me as fake, because honestly, I'm not really trying to please anyone here. I'm just trying to share my own personal experience with life and how it's going, and that's really it. Well, that being said, make that first video if you also want to make a YouTube channel. Have some goals, even if they're short term, because I certainly do, and I don't know if I'm going to accomplish them, but I don't want to shoot myself in the foot either. I'm just going to be like, we're going to do it. I'm going to be posting 2 videos. I think this video is going to go out tonight. The next video is going to go out tomorrow because I still have to edit it. I'm not going to edit this one because I wanted it to just be raw, unfiltered. And yeah, the last video is, it's a bit of a meltdown, not going to lie, but I'm still going to post it just because, you know, I want my videos to be pushed out. You know, I want them to gain a little bit of attention, even though they're not high quality and whatnot. But this one's a lot more optimistic. The last one, or I'm posting this one first, but the next video is not going to be so optimistic because I was barely entering this new job. Right now where we're at, it's a week later, we're fine for now. Next video is going to be just a meltdown again. We do have a super filler episode going to be coming out. I don't know when. I've really been wanting to post that, but again, I'm recording from a phone, so you know, uploading process is very slow, and it has to be at midnight because I don't, obviously throughout the day I just can't, like, I'm, you know, I depend on Wi-Fi. I don't use mobile service, so yeah. Either way, guys, take care. Happy New Year. I'm still gonna probably try to make a video before the new year comes out. If not, this is it. So yeah, stay tuned.